they joined the company, they began growing very fast because a certain somebody just said, he or she who talks to the most people wins. And I happen to know that their business was built from the cab of a car while commuting on the road to and from work, where time was not something that they had. And so they made no excuses about building this business. And in speaking with him back then, he used to say, look, I'm up at 4 in the morning or 3:30, some unbelievably unreasonable time of day. They owned and operated several fitness gyms, and he was a personal trainer. The only time that he had to build his business was while driving to and from work. So if you're sitting here thinking whether or not you have it tough, you need to hear from these Pro-10s about challenges. I can also tell you that with an immigrant mother from Morocco who married a military man, she would, when he was a young child, would drive him to the big houses on the other side of the town, on the other side of the city, and say, Gabe, someday this could be yours. But you've got to be an entrepreneur, you've got to believe in yourself, you've got to work hard. They say that behind every great man is a woman rolling her eyes. But that is not true with Jill, because Jill is a sweetheart, and I've gotten to know her, and I know that she loves Gabe beyond belief in their family, and as a partnership they've built the Pro-10 business. So guys, without further ado, please give it up for the one and only, our very own, straight out of Jacksonville, Florida, Gabe and Jill Pearson.
Thank you. What an amazing sight. Thank you, LifeVantage. It was 1994, 21 years ago. Gabe is running health clubs and I'm a video producer. 2 incomes, no kids. Finally, all our hard work is paid off, and this is one of the most exciting days of our lives. Our dog Brandy is sitting right up front with us as we pull into our brand new neighborhood, Queens Harbor Yacht and Country Club, where 4 huge white pillars mark the entrance, along with smooth green carpet-like grass, pink blooming azaleas, and towering old oak trees. And as we pass through the guard gate, to the left is an Olympic-sized pool, 6 clay tennis courts, and a soccer field, all surrounded by a pristine 18-hole championship golf course and a freshwater marina that navigates out into the intercoastal. And we pull into our brand new custom home. Fast forward from that moment in 1994 to 2009, everything is going great. We move up to a bigger house. Now we have our kids, Natalie and Gabriel, our amazing children, and everything is going great. We own our own wellness company on top of that. And Gabe gives me a call one day, and I'll never forget it. I'm standing in my kitchen, and he goes, Jill, I got good news and I've got bad news. He said, the good news is PSS World Medical just paid their invoice. The bad news is, and his voice drops, they're not renewing their contract. And my chest got tight, because this was the 3rd 6-figure contract we had lost in 30 days. And I remember vividly walking into our master bedroom closet and getting on my knees and praying for answers. A few months later, we fly up to Atlanta, Georgia, to rebuild and retool our business. And a complete stranger who has just been coached by now Pro-8 Dr. Herbert Harris on how to invite, shared the ABC primetime piece with us. A few weeks later, we get started on what's now the Platinum Pack, and we hit Pro 5 in 30 days. So it's possible, right? Is it possible? But we get stuck there for a year. We're learning a new profession. But this is where the rubber hits the road, because life still happens to all of us as we build our LifeVantage businesses, right? For us, it was the love and chaos of having 2 children, the pressure of teetering on the edge of a complete financial collapse, the letting go of the pride and ego of our beloved wellness company as revenues plummeted. It was the fear and anxiety of possibly losing our home, the embarrassment of no money for the kids' tuition, and on top of it, 2 IRS audits that same year, 2 of them. We were raw inside and stuck at Pro 5. We could have quit, right? We didn't know what we were doing. We were running on pure faith and vision. But we came out of the gates like a racehorse. Speed of the group is speed of the leader, our mentor said. We put our heads down. We did the daily activity. We built vision and created hope. Isn't that what network marketers do? Isn't it? Now, today, we are humbled and full of gratitude, especially from those challenging years. But I truly believe you, LifeVantage, were the answer to our prayer that day in our master bedroom closet. And now you are our passion and our purpose as we teach others, as we teach how to change lives and hit these elite ranks.
Who here wants to become an elite distributor? After hearing what I heard, I should say this. Who here wants to become a master distributor? Got to get down to basics, folks. Jill and I truly believe that if you master the invite, you will get there. Or better yet, when you pick up this little device, there's no fear because you know what to say. When inviting, you have to be in the right frame of mind, the right mindset to be effective. You heard what Jill said, that we hit Pro 5 in our first 30 days. For all the new distributors out there. You know what? Better yet, for all the distributors out there, the mindset that I was in those 30 days, ignorant man, hair on fire. I was clueless. And what was coming out of my mouth was simply pure excitement, belief, conviction, passion. And the words I was able to put together as my invite sounded something like this. Where's Bob Trigley at? There he is, right? Hey, Bob, I've just started a new business that I'm launching on Thursday night, and I want you to be a part of it. I have a leader from this, one of the top leaders of this country flying into town, and whatever you're doing Thursday night at 7, cancel it. This will be more important. The typical response I would get from him would be, Gabe, what is it? He's going to be sharing an ABC Primetime Investigative Report. Just be there. Now, were those words magical? No. It wasn't what I said. It was how I said it. That's what sells. Understand this. People that you are talking to, they only hear 7% of what you say. That's 7 words out of 100. You with me? Your voice and tonality commands 38%, but believe it or not, 55% of what people hear, it's body language. And also, I was direct. I didn't ask him to come. I told him to come. And what I've learned throughout these years, people need to be told what to do. They need to be led. Lead them. They're looking for leadership. Now today, we've broken down our invite into 3 easy steps to help our team with simplicity and duplication. And the first step is just inserting compliments into the invite.
Stroke their ego. Okay? Edify them. Tell them how good they are. So some of the things I say today, hey Bob, I really respect what you and Sissy have brought to our community. I think you might be listening a little bit more. Or it's your skill set and your leadership abilities is the reason for my call. Or maybe it's your credibility and integrity I've always admired. What I'm doing is, as I'm complimenting him, I'm opening his mind. He's listening. People love to hear good things about them. So tell them that. The second step is ask for permission. After I've complimented him and he asks me, what is it? I just tell him I've just partnered with a publicly traded company. And before I share with you what we are all doing, just need to know, are you open to other streams of income outside of what you're currently doing? Or just need to know, do you want to make more money this year than you did last year? Yes, just need to know, are you making the kind of money you thought you were going to be making this particular time in your life? And the only answer that I look for today is an unequivocal yes. Anything else, I'm taking it away. I would say this it's just a form of a close. This just isn't for you. Motivational speaker, author, and advertising genius Roy Spence, love what he says. Curiosity doesn't kill the cat, kills the competition. Don't be afraid to take it away. This is your posture. We've got the cookie. They don't. That's your sponsor. We've got it. They don't. You with me? Now, when Bob says yes, I'm going to share with you an ABC Primetime Investigative Report that you're going to find absolutely fascinating, and it's changed our lives. Or whatever tool you and your team uses for the first touch. You with me? Okay? And in the last step, it's real simple. It's just setting the appointment. When can you sit in front of a computer and watch this 9-minute video uninterrupted? And I'm going to get a little pushback. Bob would say something like this. Well, I don't know, Gabe, man, I'm real busy. Say this with confidence, like I've said this with confidence over and over and over. Bob, I'm only looking for busy people. What are you doing to be unbusy? It's 9 minutes. So when he tells me that he can watch it at 7:30 tonight after dinner, here's the close. Can you take a call from me and my business partner at 7:45? If you're using the ABC Primetime News piece, this is imperative. You need to set the video up. This is what I would say to him before he watches it. Hey, listen, Bob, when you're watching that video, this is what I want running through your mind. It was done in 2005. It's archaic, but it's the beginning of our story. That video has taken this company from 3 million in sales in 2009 to just under $250 million last year. And when you see John Quinones get his blood test results, listen to me. Pause. You're witnessing history in the making. But more importantly, when you watch that video, understand this. Watch it from an opportunity standpoint. We are not in the business of selling you pills. We're in the business of building networks, and that's what my business partner will be sharing with you at 7:45. Okay, now, if you want to hear this invite uninterrupted, I'm teaching a little bit here, and remember, folks, there's a gazillion different ways to invite. It's all based on the relationship that I have with that man right there. So it has to be specific to the person that you're talking to. So it goes something like this. Hey, Bob, I just started a new business, and I want you to be a part of it. I've always respected what you and Sissy have brought to the table. And actually, it's your skill set and leadership abilities is the reason for my call. I'm looking for business partners now. Gabe, what is it? I've just partnered with a publicly traded company, but Bob, before I share with you what we're all doing, you just need to know, are you open to other streams of income outside of what you're currently doing? Are you kidding me, Gabe? Of course I am. Listen to me, I'm sending you an ABC Primetime News piece that you're going to find absolutely fascinating. It's changed our lives. When can you sit in front of a computer and watch this 9-minute video uninterrupted? Dude, I want to do it right now. Can you take a call from me and my business partner in 20 minutes? Yes, I can. Listen to me, when you're watching that video, 3 things I want running through your mind. It was done in 2005, it's the beginning of the story. You're watching history in the making, and watching from an opportunity standpoint, because we're not in the business of selling you pills. We're in the business of building networks, and that's what my business partner is going to be sharing with you.
My first ever Super Saturday, and one of my first ever aha moments in network marketing. Now, Pro A Dr. Herbert Harris draws a baseball diamond in the dugout up on a big whiteboard in front of the room to illustrate what Gabe just went over. The invite, how to share this opportunity. It was the first time I could actually visualize what I needed to do. So visualize the dugout. This is where all our players are, right? Our players, our prospects, our database. And in your dugout, you could have the next Brandon and Lynette Cunningham in there. Think about that. But remember this, Herbert says, never let your dugout run out of players. Does that make sense? Always keep players in that dugout. And then we move those prospects out of the dugout and we position ourselves on home plate. Oh, that was good. Home plate for the invite. And here, like Gabe did, we edify, right? You stroke their ego. And then you ask permission. It's a way to sort people out quickly. Ask them if they're open to looking at another stream of income. And if they say yes, then what do? You run to first base, which is just a drip. Like think of a little drip of water. Just a little bit of information, right? Gabe used the tool, the ABC Primetime piece. But you could use like an income statement in a Prosper magazine or a skincare regimen. Whatever you and your prospect are most passionate about. And also, I really want you to pay attention. What will pique your prospect's interest? Just enough, just a peak, just a drip, enough to run to that second base. Now think of second base right at the top of the diamond, right? And second base is, I want you to think, third party. Some of us don't like this. Third party, expert. In our blueprint, it says advisor. Someone else to tell the story, another business partner to tell the story at a coffee shop meeting, a 3-way phone call, or an in-home meeting. You follow me? And then we run to third base. And Herbert's smooth with these. This is resolving concerns and objections. He's good at this. We hear these things a lot. Oh, I don't have enough money, right? I don't have enough money for that platinum pack. Feel, felt, found. I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but this is what I found. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but this is what I found. And if we still can't move that prospect off third base, are you with me? Then we use, Herbert says, the smoke out question. What do you need to hear to make a decision today? And then you run and you slide into home plate, which is what? The close, right? We all love the close. But Gabe says, to build a successful business, you must learn how to close. Did you all hear me? You're a quiet bunch. A couple lines here, a couple lines we can write down and take notes. Let's get you a LifeVantage ID today. A softer approach, so I might say this, hey, come on, let's have some fun, make a ton of money, and help a lot of people. I learned this from Master Pro 10 Blue Elam the other day, like a few months ago. It was like another aha moment for me. You know, in the large meeting, there's a lot of different ways we can close, and we hear this. But he says, if you're a guest here tonight, and you see this like Gabe and I did as a huge opportunity to change lives, I want you to come up to me, introduce yourself. We'll set you up with a mentor and get you started tonight. Now these are forms of close. Gabe uses this as he goes around each base. He says, oh, I like that. Find a reason not to do this business, and you won't. And I like to say this one. I say this all the time in every base. This may or may not be for you. Like, I don't care. I really, this may or may not be for you. But if I were you, I would check it off your bucket list. Now, those are just closes, closing lines. The close actually begins the moment we move the prospect out of the dugout. For Gabe and I, the expert, he built vision, right? He built vision. He created hope of what our lives could look like in 36 months. How did he do that? He asked questions, and he listened, and he heard our needs, wants, and desires, and he connected them. That LifeVantage was the vehicle to not only maintain our lifestyle, but to live a life and earn more income and enjoy more freedom than we ever had in our entire lives. And the timing was now. And you know what? We believed him. And you know what else? This was the clinch moment. He made us believe we could do this business, and that's a closer, a run-in for the team. Now, one more thing Herbert said, and this was the most important part about the baseball diamond. How many times do we need to go around that baseball diamond a month? A bunch, right? At minimum, we're taught. Minimum. These are minimums. We're not minimum people, but minimum 15 times to hit these elite ranks.
Okay, folks, Jill and I challenge you. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you cannot do something. Because each and every one of you have this little mechanism in your minds that allows you to do whatever you want to do in life. You just have to believe that you can. The greatest freedom in the world is simply believing in yourself like Jill and I did. It saved our home. It kept our children in private school. And it maintained our lifestyle.
We challenge you not only to believe in yourself, but to believe in LifeVantage, to build vision and create hope that LifeVantage is the vehicle to change lives. And if you do this, like our CEO, Darren Jensen, said to us yesterday, you can create an unlimited, extraordinary life for yourself. Thank you, LifeVantage!